Hello, good morning. Welcome to CIN, like I like to call it because it's funny, the Collaborative Intervention Network in our second year, 2020 and 2021. What is the Collaborative Intervention Network? So I wanted to take a few minutes and make this video for any of you who are new to the Collaborative Intervention Network. This is our second year in existence. But this is our purpose. We really want CIN to be a place where the federal setting 3 teachers and staff are really taking center stage because their needs are very different in member districts, in your home districts, than the setting 2 or setting 1 or general education students that are served in your district. So we wanted this to be a place where teachers and staff that work with setting 3 students can get targeted support, training, networking opportunities, problem solving, and resources. So that's our purpose, and that's what you're in for this year. So welcome. So what does that really mean? What does Collaborative Intervention Network really mean, and what do we do? So if you were in person, these next few slides is what you would see. You'd come into our conference center at Quora Education Center, and while you'd wait, you could, buy coffee from some of our transition age students who would have that in the hallway. You would connect to our network, and you would set up your website so that you would update your slides that you've downloaded onto your own device for that day's sessions. You would also see the basic structure of our day. So this is what our typical Collaborative Intervention Network meetings would look like. People could arrive anytime between 8 and 8:30. We would do a welcome and a keynote that's about an hour long, and then we would split into 4 shorter sessions that are more targeted in the areas of behavior, classroom practices with mental health lens, complex learners, and structure. And then at the end, you could also stay for an additional half an hour to follow up with consultation team members or any of the speakers from that day for follow-up instruction or problem solving. One of the other things that we really do in this network is make sure that you are able to follow a single track if you want to across topics, across sessions. So if you are really interested in all of the behavior track, then you would know what's happening with behavior sessions each time. So we have these same topics covered in every one of our meetings, typically. Okay, and we also offer CEUs, which I'll talk about again later. But that's what that looks like when it's not now, when it's not COVID, when it's not all of these things up in the air all the time. So the typical plan is what I just showed you, the in-person location at Quora Education Center. The COVID plan for this year is going to be determined per meeting. The first 2 meetings, October and December, are all going to be virtual. So no going anywhere. You don't have to leave your classroom. You could also watch them later because they will all be recorded, so you don't need to get a sub. Especially for the October meeting, none of our sessions are going to be live. None of them are going to be synchronized so that you could log in while we're presenting. I think it was too much for any of us to really do right now, but we will offer some synchronized live sessions for the December meeting and hopefully all of the remaining 3 for the rest of this year. Our February and May meetings might have the possibility for some in-person participation, and also might not. We'll really have to see what that looks like at that time. Okay, but definitely for October and December, everything will be virtual. So the structure, I showed you a little bit of what the structure normally looks like, that keynote and then 4 breakout sessions on those topics. The COVID structure is a little different. So for our October meeting, we're really trying to keep our sessions very concise and efficient for your time. So none of the sessions will be more than about a half an hour long, really trying to allow you to be as efficient with your time and really manage your self-care, your boundaries for work well. We want to honor your time in that. So the October ones will be much shorter than our typical sessions. The other 3 meetings at this point are planned to have the same structure that we would normally follow, with a keynote and 4 breakout sessions, and just make sure they're all recorded so that way you can access them on the website. Okay. Typically for participation, any of you that participated last year and any of you that registered this year and are watching this know that you got that email saying you are required to participate for all 4 meetings. This is a free service. We want to make sure that people are invested in this network and in spending their time together, which is why we have done that requirement to attend all 4 meetings. This year, that's going to look different because there is 0 in-person requirement. Even if we are holding the sessions in person in February and May, there is 0 in-person requirement this year. So all of the sessions will be recorded. They will all be posted to our CIN website that we share resources on, which I will share in a minute. And you can log in for synchronous activities, for synchronous sessions for future meetings, but all of the October meeting will be pre-recorded sessions, okay? Yes, I keep talking about the website. You have no idea what that is. So it looks like this. The link is up at the top. It's bit.ly and CIN, so CIN and the network there. I'm gonna click on that. Hopefully you can see this because I'm sharing the screen, okay? And here is our website as soon as it pops up because the internet is slow. There we go. So, oh, and you're seeing my edited version. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. So the Collaborative Intervention Network site is a Google site that I manage. And there are keynotes and meetings. All of the information will be organized both by meeting and by topic track, okay? So the keynotes for each meeting will go here on this page, and then the meetings themselves will also be organized. So you're like, oh, it's the October meeting, I wanna see all the sessions, and you could click on that date. But if you're really interested in the behavior tracks, you could follow those here on this page as well. This page has staff bios as well as contact information for some of our members. And the surveys, this section is where you will find your CEUs when you need to take that survey at the end, okay? So that's the website that I'm talking about. And again, you can find that by putting in this shortened bit.ly link. And please save that to your favorites or to your bookmark bar on your computer so you can find it every time. This is where all of your resources and all of our CIN sessions that are recorded this year will be housed, okay? So it's really important that you know how to find that, okay? All right, so again, COVID-19 changes everything except data. We still need to collect data. The reason that we're able to run this network is because I had data from doing consultation team work that was showing that there was a huge need to focus on setting 3 teams and build up their skills for things that are often neglected because they are a little siloed. You guys get a little siloed in your districts. So we're running this as a free service to you for our members, but we need to collect data showing that what we're doing is effective. We need to model and do database decision making. So those of you who are new and watching this, you will be sent a survey to complete that will serve as our baseline data. And then at the end of the year, in May, after the May meeting, you'll also be sent a follow-up survey that will look the same. And it will then allow us to track change and progress across time, across the year, as you've learned new things and implemented them in your classroom, okay? So this is baseline data. There is no judgment assigned. Like, please be honest when you're rating yourselves and your programs, because that will help us to know areas that are needed for training as well, things that we really need to focus on. So if there are things that you're like, I don't even know what that is, let alone if we're doing that, just mark it that way. That's totally fine. There are also areas that you can put comments in that survey as well. So, you know, this is why we're here. We're looking to increase your skills across these 4 areas, as well as kind of general practices, and give you guys an opportunity to collaborate and to really hear things that are effective practice for you and immediately implementable. That's our goal. Okay. So surveys. So, oh, that's fun that the image didn't show up. Sorry about that. So on the website, there is a section. I'll just flip back here. There's this section up at the top. You can see keynotes, meetings, topics, tracks, staff bios, and surveys. So that is where you will click to get your CEUs after you watch that week or that month's meetings, okay? It's also found at the bit.ly link. Again, it's on the website. Okay, so that's how you're gonna do that. It's like 2 questions. It's not hard. Make sure you complete your email address when you're filling that out accurately. I can't tell you the number of times last year that someone completed the survey and didn't get the CEUs in their email because they misspelled, you know, their district number or their name or whatever else. So please take the time to make sure that your email is accurate when you type that into the survey, okay? Oh, look, there it is. It miraculously appeared later. All right, so wrapping up, you know, we're here to help. I realize now 10 minutes into this recording that I never introduced myself. My name is Teresa Wallace. I run the consultation team. Many of you will recognize me from working in your districts the last few years, doing consultations and doing some training maybe with staff, but I've been doing consultation team for 5 years. This is our 5th year existing, and the Collaborative Intervention Network is part of what we run and manage as a consultation team. So you will see many familiar faces and hopefully some new ones as I, you know, wrangle our staff to sharing their amazing talents with you. But we're here to help. If you don't find this helpful, then we're not being effective in doing our jobs, and we really want to be effective for you. So email us if you have an idea about a specific topic that you need help with, or if you can't find something, send us an email. Our contact information, several of the members' contact information is on the staff bio page right under their name. So feel free to email someone directly if you have a question, or you can always email me if it's something that you don't know kind of who to email about, okay? But that can all be found on the CIN website. So that's it. Welcome to the CIN network. I am really excited to have so many people registered this year and so many new people registered this year. We are going to do some recycling of topics from last year of things that weren't recorded so that we can start archiving that and sharing that with new members this year. But thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching this video and learning a little bit about who we are and what we do in this network. And we are really looking forward to getting to know you. All right, have a great day.